All right. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this board meeting to order today on May 23rd, 2022. A roll call, please.
President Bowman.
Present.
Treasurer David Smith.
Present.
President Garrett is absent. I'm present. Trustee Hannah.
Present.
Trustee Terry.
Present.
Trustee.
Present.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Wonderful. Can we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. May I have a motion for approval of agenda?
So move. Support.
So moved by Trustee David Smith, supported by Trustee Hannah. Roll call, please.
Yes, Madam Chair. Treasurer David Smith.
Yes.
President Garrett is absent. I'm voting yes. Trustee Hannah.
Yes.
Trustee Terry.
Yes.
Trustee Turpin.
Yes.
Vice President Bowman.
Yes.
Madam Chair, 6-1.
Wonderful. We don't have any awards and recognitions. No elected officials. May I please have a motion to approve the consent agenda items?
So moved by Turpin.
So moved by Trustee Turpin, supported by Treasurer David Smith. Roll call, please.
President Garrett is absent. I'm voting yes. Trustee Hannah.
Yes.
Trustee Terry.
Yes.
Trustee Turpin.
Yes.
Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Treasurer David Smith.
Yes.
6-0.
All
Passed. Consent agenda.
Wonderful. Let's move down to information from Superintendent and Administration. Superintendent, floor is yours.
Consent agenda items.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, the consent agenda items. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I apologize. I should not be confusing.
See, you got me looking bad out here, Super.
I
was like,
apologize.
what we supposed to do now? Like, I missed a step. Thank you. Look.
That was quick. Thank you. I do apologize, Vice President. The first item that we have is the Pontiac Middle School Virtual Augmented Reality Science Workstations. You all had the pleasure of seeing the equipment that our students will be afforded to experience with science in their science labs at the high school, as well as at the middle school and ITA's labs. At this time, I'll turn it over to Bill Holcomb to go over the background, rationale, and bear.
Thank you, Superintendent Williams. Good evening, Madam Vice President and trustees. Background rationale. The school district of the city of Pontiac has been working with the curriculum office, technology services department, and facilities to create state-of-the-art science labs for the district. The next step in creating these labs will be to provide an augmented reality collaboration environment in the two new Pontiac Middle School science labs. These labs will contain 16 workstations each, housed in a charging locker between the two rooms, providing an approximate 2-to-1 ratio of student to workstation, currently in place at ITA Science, Pontiac High School Science, and Career Pathways programs. As you are aware, we're seeing an unprecedented long lead time on devices with computer chips due to labor shortages and shipping delays. Thus, the reason for discussion and action this evening, to get the order in queue as soon as possible. Warranty and licensing expirations will not begin until the units and software are activated on site. Z-Space applications engage students in standards-based learning experiences that align with the curriculum. Students construct knowledge and understanding of concepts across multiple curriculum areas with a strong focus on STEM subjects. Z-Space provides experiences in the medium to support instruction and students' learning and curiosity. Students learn by asking questions, developing models, testing ideas, analyzing data, and developing conclusions. Teachers facilitate learning by setting up tools and resources that help the students through the lesson. Would you like me to read the recommendation?
Yes, please.
It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Education approve the purchase of 32 Z-Space Inspire learning stations, associated cabling, software, and professional development from Advanced Technologies Consultants in the amount of $196,914. Pricing for the purchase is provided by the Interlocal Purchasing System, or TIPS, Cooperative, contract number 210902.
Thank you. Would you like to move forward
Yep.
with the next item?
Go ahead, Superintendent.
The next item is 110 Chrome carts, 3,520 Chromebooks, and these will be funded by our ESSER $3. At this time, I will defer to Mr. Holcomb.
Thank you again, Superintendent. The school district of the city of Pontiac, upon board approval, has opted to provide a classroom Chromebook set for our students to assist in their education and learning experience for general classrooms. Smaller sets will be provided from our available and returning stock to smaller special ed and ESL classrooms. Carts allow for assigning of an individual device to students in the classroom and charging on site to avoid the "I forgot to bring my charger or device to work or to classroom" scenario. We've learned through the one-to-one deployment recently that the program that it has been challenging for students to remember to bring assigned devices back and forth on a daily basis. The intent is for assigned devices to be available within the classroom to alleviate the responsibility of students to transport devices and to reduce wear and tear on those devices. This will allow for an in-classroom charging of devices with no excuse for students to not have a device available for studies and testing. These new classroom packages will consist of 110 mobile Chrome carts, each having 32 Lenovo 100E Chromebooks, Chrome OS management licenses, asset tagging and inventorying service, and installation at buildings by the provider through the Whrc Cooperative number 212041 for the carts, and National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance for Chromebooks and related items. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve the purchases of 110 Chrome cart bundles from Yao & Yao Computer Consulting LLC in the amount of $1,197,462.
Thank you, Mr.
Right.
Holcomb.
I
And
had a
just
typo at the end there.
thank you. It's important for our community to clearly understand that the ESSER $3 has definitely helped us to put devices and resources in the hands of our staff as well as our students to help provide the intervention that is needed due to the 2-year time that they were at home learning virtually. These devices will help facilitate students as well as staff in ensuring that if they do forget their devices at home, they will be able to utilize these carts that will hold 32 Chromebooks in a classroom and be able to charge the ones that they bring to school. So we are definitely utilizing these ESSER $3 for the purpose of our students as well as our staff to ensure that we try to close this achievement gap as quickly as possible.
Trustee Gross.
Thank you. This is excellent. But, Madam Superintendent, what's the cost again? It didn't, maybe I misheard.
It's on the recommendation, $1,141,659.65
Where,
on the second page.
for the Yo and Yo?
Yes.
I have $1,232,660 for Yo and Yo,
Which-
110 Chrome bundles.
If
Now
you look at,
for the next one, I have $1,141,659. That's what I'm saying. We just have I have a different number here. Unless I'm looking at Yo and Yo, right?
Yo, I'm not sure what is Yo.
It's two
and-
different ones.
Yo & Yo is the consulting firm that's providing it.
110 Chrome cart bundles from Yo and Yo Computer Consulting.
Mhm.
$1,232,660.
Okay,
That's written
Bill.
here.
Yeah, that's what we have.
You have that same?
Mhm.
Okay, Bill. Can you-
I'm sorry, I don't have the invoice in front of me. I have the $1,197,460.
Yeah, this is what I see. I'm looking at the wrong.
No. We have
Am I looking at this wrong? This right?
Right here. Are you on this ECF round funding Chromebooks? This is the amount.
Are we on the wrong?
That's different.
You
We're
sure?
on this one. We're in the ECF round 3 funding Chromebooks. Bill, did you read the right one first?
Brother out. Oh,
I believe so.
no. Right here.
Yes.
That's not the
this-
one.
We're on this one right here.
So let me bring up the invoice.
That was okay.
ECF round 3 Chromebooks. Did you read that one, Bill?
Not yet. That's
Okay,
next.
so then that's what he's referencing then.
That was the
So-
first one on there.
No. So where's the one you have that you were just looking at?
Maybe the pages got shuffled.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Okay.
So ESSER 3 classroom, right here.
Okay, that's different.
Okay. So
Right?
you have two.
Yes. Oh.
Let me go back to my. Let me find it.
No.
Let me go back to my packet. You have two separate ones.
Carts and Chromebook.
Right.
ESSER 3. This, right? You have soup.
ESSER 3 classroom carts and Chromebooks.
That's different than the one you just read.
Correct. He
Oh.
just read.
He just read ECF round 3 funding for Chromebook.
Right, for $1,232,660.
That's the one he just read.
That's the one he just read.
That's the one I was looking at. But
Yes.
you said 1,000.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I am
See,
confusing
knew I was
everyone
something.
today.
Okay.
I'm reading the next one. Okay.
Thank you, Sue. You just
I
missed the
stand
boat.
corrected.
Yeah, I think something
It is
wrong
the
with me.
ESSER 3 classroom carts and
Ooh.
Chromebooks for the $1,232,660.
I love you,
The
Sue.
next item is the ECF round 3. Woo! So the next one is the one with the ECF Fund 3 Chromebooks. All right. That was my fault. Bill, but what I stated in regards to the ESSER dollars, both of these are funded with the ESSER. And so the next item that you will have, which will be for our students to keep Chromebooks at home. So they'll be 2 to 1, and they will be able to remain at home for the secondary level. At the board retreat, yes. So I'll turn it over to Bill at this time, and then I will be quiet with reading any recommendations.
Thank you, Superintendent Williams. For ECF Round 3 funding for Chromebooks, the school district of the city of Pontiac has an opportunity to utilize a third round of Emergency Connectivity Fund, ECF, dollars to provide Chromebooks for at-home use for our student population. These new devices, in conjunction with the previous round of 1,400 ECF funded devices, which we received in the fall, will allow for our student body pre-K through 11, as seniors will have one-to-one devices, to keep devices at home for homework and studies, and not have to transport them back and forth on a daily basis. Modified acceptable use policies will be developed for this at-home program, defining the responsibilities and replacement expectations. These devices will have a 5-year life expectancy with licensing ending in June 2028. Pontiac School District intends to apply for the funds from ECF program, which Congress has authorized as part of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, and earmarked $7.17 billion for that purpose. The program provides for $400 per device, and this proposal, comes in at $391.65 per device. These new Chrome devices will consist of 2,915 Hewlett-Packard 11 G9EE Chromebooks, Chrome OS management licenses, asset tagging and inventorying service by the provider through the Whrc Cooperative 222-14000. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve the purchase of 2,915 HP 11 G9EE, which stands for Education Edition, devices, licenses and asset tagging service from Intercomp TSG in the amount of $1,141,659.65.
That's the right number.
Are there any questions from any trustees? Trustee Hannah?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Holcomb. Quick question, the Chromebooks that the kids are using now, what are we doing with those? Well, what
So
will
those
done
will
with
be
those?
reutilized. The ones that aren't one-to-one, some students already had devices for home. The ones that are not the at-home devices will be repackaged into smaller totes and put in the room, the ESL rooms, the secondary classrooms, like if they need them in the art room, those types of ancillary classes.
Thank you.
The new devices we're putting in the general ed classrooms.
Okay. Thank you.
Trustee Turpin?
For the seniors who are graduating, what do they do with their Chromebooks? Do they turn them back in?
That's part of
They
their
turned them in
exit
today.
packet. Yes, and they're
Part of the
going
exit
through it today, actually, turning in all of their
Oh, okay. Thanks.
devices and textbooks.
Trustee Terry?
So with these Chromebooks, I know it's kind of the state of the art learning, and I know a lot of kids now with the technology and everything. My question becomes, are we looking to replace this Chromebook with like the hand hardback school books as well? Or will this be used as a combination of the school books and Chromebook?
It's a combination. We did initially try to move towards becoming virtual with the Chromebooks, but we found that staff as well as students still needed some text, hardcover text in the classroom. So Dr. Eccles and her team have, we brought back to the board textbooks that are being purchased as well.
Okay.
Trustee Hannah? Trustee Terry, you finished? Trustee Hannah?
So I understand that these are going to be, will the students have these for 5 years? Are they expected to keep up with their Chromebooks every year at the end of the year, or what is the expectation at the end of the school year for the students with their Chromebooks at home?
Bill,
The
how are you?
Chromebooks at home will stay with the students. When they're seniors, they'll turn them in, or if they leave the district, the expectation is that they will turn them in.
Okay.
Otherwise, they'll keep them at home.
And they do have to sign off. Parents have to sign off for receiving the Chromebook, as well as how to handle the Chromebook and the return of the Chromebook if they leave the district.
Okay, good.
Trustee Gross?
No, I'll go after you.
No, so I was seeing the cost difference is $391. So if the Chromebook is taken out, something happens to it or is lost or stolen, that's the amount that the district is asking for reimbursement unless wear and tear over years.
Correct.
Okay, excellent.
You're done. Trustee Turpin?
Yes, I'm happy that they'll be able to do homework. I think that reinforces learning, and I think that's something if they go on to a higher form of education, homework is the real thing. So, and the virtual reality science workstations, I think that those are awesome. I think those are very
Those are really cool.
Thank you.
May I please have a motion to combine these 3 items?
Support.
So moved by Trustee Gross, supported by Trustee Turpin. Roll call, please.
So we're voting on A, B, and C, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You gotta combine them. Combine.
I'm sorry. Trustee Hannah,
Yes.
Trustee Terry,
Yes.
Trustee Turpin,
Yes.
Vice President Bowman,
Yes.
Treasurer Davis Smith,
Yes.
Madam Chair, 6-0.
May I have a motion to approve the action item?
Support.
So moved by Trustee Turpin, supported by Treasurer Davis Smith. Roll call, please.
Trustee Hannah,
Yes.
Trustee Terry,
Yes.
Trustee Turpin,
Yes.
Vice President Bowman,
Yes.
Treasurer Davis Smith.
Yes.
I'm voting yes, Madam Chair, 6-0.
Wonderful. Regular working agenda, finance report, Superintendent.
Thank you. At this time, I will defer to Mr. Graham for our notice of public hearing.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Let me grab that agenda item here. So this is every year we do publish the public hearing notice in the paper. It is required by law that we publish this in order to levy our maximum amount of levy. So it is something we just notify the board that we are putting this in the paper. And this is a language that's included in the publication. Again, the public hearing is on Monday, June 13th at 6 p.m. And at that point, we will be discussing the budget for next year, as well as the proposed millage rate in support of that budget. If there's any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Trustee Turpin.
Yes. Can you just give us the name of the paper that this will be published in?
The Oakland Press.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any more questions? Superintendent.
Okay. The next items we have is the Oakland Schools Technology IGA renewal. And I will have Mr. Graham go over the technology. And I must say, before he goes over the BEAR, we've been very pleased with the services with our partnership with Oakland Schools. They have provided this service for many years, and they continue to provide stellar services, customer service, making sure that we stay above and beyond the cutting edge with our technology. And so I do thank Oakland Schools for continuing to send us qualified individuals that provide us with the needed area of expertise around our technology plan.
Okay, thank you. Did we mention the millage rates? Was that kind of slipped in there, or we just?
Yeah, I can speak to that
Okay.
also.
And it's kind of tied in. Go ahead, Jim. You can do both of them.
Yeah, yes, the attachment is a form called the L4029, and that is the mechanism that we send to our local municipalities to collect the taxes on our behalf. We are 100% summer tax collection. So this year, as we suspected would occur, there is a small rollback. Again, really necessitating the need for us to have that ballot question on August 2nd so that we can levy the full 18 mills. You can see that it's a slight reduction let me pull that up. I can see it.
And it's part of the public hearing document.
Yeah,
We just list
Yes,
them
the
separately.
18 mills has been rolled back to 17.8892. That's between $200,000 and $250,000 loss of revenue. So if we are successful August 2nd, we will actually place that difference of $250,000 on the December tax bills because the summer will already be over. So that tax form also includes our sinking fund. There also was a small rollback there, and then our 2 mills for our bond debt is also on that form. And you will notice that there's no longer the 0.4 mills for the Mesa levy. So again, this is the official form that we will have sent to our municipalities once the board approves these rates, and I'm proposing those to be approved on June 13th. Municipalities need a few weeks in order to get all the tax bills printed and such, so they've been already asking for the form, so I told them it'd be available on Tuesday the 14th. So with that, I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Are there any questions by trustees? Thank you, Mr. Graham. All right, so can I have a motion to approve the Oakland Schools Technology IGA renewal? Is that it?
We need to have Jim to read the background rationale
Okay.
for the IGA technology.
Okay. Can you please read the background rationale, Mr. Graham?
Certainly. Intergovernmental agreement with Oakland Schools providing services for truancy and technology services. The proposed pricing is fiscal year-end 2023 through 2025, outlined in Appendix D. The truancy support services for fiscal year 2022-23 pricing model will be $50,250, which is an increase of $22,402 from fiscal year 2021-22. The fiscal year 23-24 pricing model will be $52,060, which is an increase of $1,810 from fiscal year 22-23. And fiscal year 2024-25 pricing model will be $53,920, which is an increase of $1,860 from fiscal year 23-24. For technology support services, we will be using ESSER 3 funds to cover additional staff during the first 2 years to support the growing technology needs of the district. The fiscal year 22-23 pricing model will be $926,027, which is an increase of $154,645 from fiscal year 21-22. The fiscal year 23-24 pricing model will be $947,997, which is an increase of $21,970 from fiscal year 22-23, and the fiscal year 24-25 pricing model will be $959,707, which is an increase of $11,710 from fiscal year 23-24. Funding source 110-284-0000-048-0048-5822-0000 for $926,027, and 110-211-0000-065-0065-5822-0000 for $50,250. It is a recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve the intergovernmental agreement for shared services with Oakland Schools in the amount not to exceed $2,989,961 for fiscal years 2023 through 2025.
Thank you.
Thank you. May I please have a motion to approve? Okay.
Support.
So moved by Trustee Gross, supported by Trustee Turpin. Roll call, please.
Trustee Terry,
Yes.
Trustee Turpin,
Yes.
Vice President Bowman,
Yes.
Treasurer Davis Smith.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Hannah.
Yes.
Madam Chair, it passed 6-0.
Thank you. We are now at operations and maintenance items. Superintendent.
We have curriculum and instruction,
curriculum.
the summer school materials,
Curriculum.
and I will defer to Dr. Eccles to go over our
I'm
summer
sorry.
school materials.
I'm sorry, I
That's okay.
checking stuff. I'm with it.
You good?
Good evening, Superintendent, Vice President Bowman, trustees, staff, and community members. This evening, administration would like to bring before you for both discussion and action of summer school learning materials. Our background rationale: in order to support student success in our math content area during the 2022 summer school program, we would like to purchase and obtain services for the below area. Agile Minds, which is our secondary math curriculum. Agile Minds was adopted and approved by the board as our secondary math intervention program during the 2021-22 school year. We would like to extend the use of Agile Minds during the summer. This quote includes our high school course access online, high school professional development support, and middle school professional development support. Oakland Schools is committed to paying a separate amount beyond this quote for the middle school course access, additional middle school professional development, and a portion of stipends for after work hours for professional development participants. The funding source will be your ESSER grants. The recommendation is, it is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve the services through Agile Minds not to exceed $86,300. The scope of program and services is included in your packet. Thank you.
Alrighty. Now, may I please have a motion to approve? I'm sorry. Any questions or comments? Trustee Terry? Huh? Trustee Turpin?
So just for the audience at home, these summer school,
You got to put your mic on and closer to you.
these summer school materials are for at-home use, correct?
These particular materials will be for the classroom.
Oh, these are the classroom.
Yes.
Are there some for the home use
Yes,
also?
the board approved the books and kits that will be going home for the students that will not be recommended for summer
Summer
school.
school.
Mhm.
So how is summer school enrollment coming?
So it's an invite, and
Right.
we are hoping that our students and parents agree. They will have their orientations, and so we have identified the students based off of their district assessments. They have been invited, but we can't mandate them to come. We have built in incentives and enrichment. Trustee Hannah has provided us with some supports with junior achievement, as well as Oakland Community College for the secondary level. And then we have some exciting enrichment programs tied in with Project Excel to try to motivate and get the students engaged in the afternoon of the summer school program. But Dr. Eccles and her team has done a phenomenal job with putting a plan together to try to assure that the students come daily.
I hope the parents will follow through and
Yes, it will be
And-
very
and-
beneficial for them.
right. I mean, it's
Very.
it's just so important that they
Right.
attend. So
I
I
agree.
just hope that through all your efforts and the district's efforts that they will come around and see the need for their kids to participate in summer school.
Absolutely. It's definitely needed.
Thank you.
Trustee Gross?
And to tag on to that, Madam Superintendent, I'm aware the invites went out. Do you guys have a specific date that you expect them to have the students turned in? And I'm asking this due to transportation, because you can't go into the end of the school year to try to get these kids transported,
Mhm.
and you don't have the amount of kids or where they are and where to pick them up from, and it has to be done. And I'm just letting the parents know, whatever your cutoff date is,
Mhm.
please have your child's name in by then, so we can ensure that they'll be able to be routed to have a bus ride to school. Am I
Right.
correct on that?
And the great thing is that Trinity Transportation is working with Dr. Eccles and her team
Yes.
with the students that have been identified. They're routing them regardless.
Oh, that's even
So-
better.
Yes,
That's
so
hard.
it's better if we do know for sure that
Yep.
they're going to attend, but they are still moving forward so that we can have the transportation in place for the students that are interested.
And lastly, this allows our students the opportunity to pick up, credits and studies
Absolutely.
because of what's been transpiring due to COVID.
Mhm.
So this is an excellent experience. And if, to my knowledge, I think school starts June 20th or 21st or something like that.
Dr. Eccles, can you
Am I right,
confirm the start date for?
Yes, Monday, June 20th, high
June
school.
20th.
Summer
Right.
school
High school.
starts.
June 20th for the high school. So that'll be something excellent for those kids who fallen somewhat behind, because
Mhm.
what are you gonna do over summer? I know
Absolutely.
kids are working, but it's important. And then it's a lot more independent assistance in school over the summer.
Absolutely.
So this is excellent idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Are there any more questions? I have a quick question. The students so this is invite only, but if we don't fill all those spaces, does it open up for?
Yes,
Oh,
Okay,
that's important.
absolutely.
Okay.
Mhm.
thank you. Now now may I please have a motion to approve the action item? Summer school materials.
Support.
So moved by Turpin, supported by Trustee Davis Smith. Roll call, please.
Trustee Turpin? Yes. Vice President Bowman?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis Smith?
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Hannah?
Yes.
Trustee Terry.
Yes.
Madam Chair, it passed 6-0. Get those babies some materials.
All righty, let's move down to operation and maintenance items. Superintendent.
Thank you. At this time, I will defer to Mr. England. We're excited about bringing in some of our furniture, brand new furniture for our staff. And again, this is funded through our bond dollars. And so as we begin to renovate our buildings, we will be purchasing the furniture for staff as well as for students. And I'll turn it over to Mr. England at this time.
Thank you, Superintendent. Good evening, board and community. Robert England, Facilities Director. As Superintendent said, this is part of Series 1 in our bonds. This is for FF&E. Discussion and action for the approval of the teacher's desks and their side tables. Facilities has been working with curriculum, technology, and our architectural firm IDS to select new teacher's desks and side tables for the teacher district-wide. We have already purchased teacher's desks for the middle school and WHRC and Alcott. This purchase would provide teachers for the remainder of the schools that include Harrington, Whitman, Pontiac High School, Kennedy Owen, Frost, Rogers, and then we'll have 6 extra desks for the Fell Center. Something happens to the other ones. It's the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Education approve the desks and side tables, the remainder of the schools, in the amount not to exceed $216,135.36. You'll also see the breakdown of how many are going into each school. And again, we work these numbers between technology and curriculum, making sure the count. If you have any questions, we can answer those for you.
Are there any questions? Trustee Terry?
Yeah. What is the timeline in regards to getting these additional desks?
We are trying to have them for when the kids come back in September. That's the, thank you for bringing that up. That is the reason for this.
Are there any more questions? No? Okay. Alrighty. Superintendent? Yep.
Okay, our next item will be the abatement for WHRC. Again, this is a phased-in project. WHRC is one of our largest buildings or larger buildings, and this will be coming to the board in various phases. And so at this time, I will turn it over to Mr. England to talk about phase 1 of the abatement.
Thank you, Superintendent. Again, this is an item that we've been working on for quite some time. I'm sure you talked about it in board governance with the board president. We've been meeting with him along with the superintendent in ARC meetings. Basically, the board has previously approved abatement projects for the Pontiac Middle School, Pontiac High School, and WHRC. On March 14th of 2022, the district terminated the contract with EME for the work at WHRC, as well as changed our environmental consultant to from Nova Environmental to Arch. By the way, Roosevelt is on board. He is our new team member along with John Stoner for abatement. Since there is still work to do at WHRC, Arch Environmental has worked on identifying the most critical areas and developing scopes for the remainder of the work. Arch has received pricing from 2 other vendors, Qualified Environmental and Global Green, who are currently under contract and doing work at the Pontiac Middle School and Pontiac High School. On May 12th of 22, the superintendent approved emergency work in the amount of $60,000 to $80,000 for the boiler room, kitchen, and the wall penetrations in the north wing. The rationale behind that was so that we could keep this project moving and not delay the kids to return in September. This was critical to keep the projects going. As I just mentioned, the building for the start of the 2022 and 2023 school year. Work provided was from Global Green Services was a final cost of $68,000. This was the amount that the superintendent in an emergency and we moved forward on. In addition, Arch has asked Global Green and Qualified Professional to complete the areas in H and J, which is an additional critical work to maintain the work schedule and getting the kids back into the room. This proposal has included a cost for 250 additional man hours, which will not be used unless Arch has verified the additional work is needed in these two areas. They make reference to them in H and J, but they're more commonly known as the East Wing to Up. Arch has recommended that the district uses Global Green, which was also the low bidder, in the amount of $173,800, plus an amount of $23,750 for man hours, only if required by Arch. Arch is also currently working on an additional bid for the remainder, as the superintendent talked about the phasing portion of this, that we will be putting out in an RFP format, and that should be going out very soon, and we will be coming back to the board with that information. It should be noted that at least a portion of this work will be back charged to the EME contract as the base bid work. As we alluded to before, we had to let the other contractor go, and we expect to be back charging him the work that they charged for. We're still working on that with John Stoner, Daryl Seegers, and Jim Brent. Recommendation of the administration is for the Board of Education to approve a not to exceed amount of $265,550 for Global Green Services, which will include $68,000 in emergency work that was already completed, $173,000 in wing H and J, and a contingency of $23,750.
Thank you.
Bruce says tonight this work will commence immediately, and we have both John Stoner and Roosevelt here.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Are there any questions or comments? All right. So can I have a motion to, do we need to read, that was already the background rationale.
We already,
Yeah,
we read the background
Okay,
rationale.
so may I please have a motion to approve the teacher and desk side tables?
So moved by Turpin.
Support.
So moved by trustee Turpin, supported by trustee Hannah. Roll call, please.
Vice President Bowman,
Yes.
Treasurer David Smith,
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Hannah,
Yes.
Trustee Terry,
Yes.
Trustee Turpin.
Yes.
Madam Chair, I pass 6-0.
Thank you. And may I have a motion to approve the abatement for WHRC?
So move.
Support.
So moved by trustee Gross, supported by trustee David Smith. Roll call, please.
Treasurer David Smith,
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Hannah,
Yes.
Trustee Terry,
Yes.
Trustee Turpin,
Yes.
Vice President Bowman.
Yes.
Madam Chair, that passed 6-0. You're all set.
Thank you. There are no petitions and delegations. Okay.
Nope.
All righty, so it's, we are now at, board comments. Trustee Hannah.
Thank you. Couple of things regarding the PM virtual reality science workshops. I'm really happy that the kids get a chance to experience what we did at our retreat. I think they're going to be just as engaged as we were with that learning tool. So I'm happy about that. And really happy that we're able to provide Chromebooks for them to use at home. Like you said, now they won't have an excuse to say that they couldn't get their homework done.
Right.
So we already know you got it at home. The other thing is summer school. I am excited that we are able to provide summer enrichment for our students, not just those attending summer schools, but even our other students, to give them a chance to have some fun and learn activities during the summer. The district is working with Junior Achievement as well as the Lomas Brown Foundation LEAP Camp, which is a learn, earn, and play camp, which is for our students and middle school, as well as giving our students that are college, have college aspirations to participate in Oakland Community's college readiness course. So we do have some opportunities to keep our kids engaged this summer, and we do have to do our part in just making sure that the communication gets out and our students can take advantage of these opportunities. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Hannah. Trustee Terry?
Good evening, everyone. Just to add on to what my trustee Hannah mentioned over there, great work with the Chromebooks. I think this will be a great addition. Like I say, in addition to using books, but giving them that opportunity to have that access to other information and technology that's out there in the world that they just sometimes cannot find within the books. So I think that's going to be a good improvement for that. And as you mentioned, being able to use that at home as well. I know a lot of students don't have that luxury to have that capability of a computer at the house. So this will give them that opportunity to maybe take advantage, excuse me, to get some of their schoolwork done, and also don't have any excuses on why, assignments can't be completed and turned in. So I think that's a great improvement. In addition to that, I know we kind of touched base on it, but I hope everyone is aware of the millage rates. I just want to stress how important that is for our district. So I want to make sure everyone has an understanding on that going forward. I know we're going to be voting on that as well, but just keep in mind that this is very important. So hopefully if there's any questions or anything like that comes up, we can address those to make sure we're all on the same page. For the summer school, I'm hoping we get a good turnout. We're giving the kids every opportunity to learn, every opportunity to advance, to catch up, to make those corrections, to get back up to where they need to be. So I hope a lot of them take advantage of that. If you haven't, please look into it. It's a lot of great opportunities being, I guess you want to say, applied to make sure this is successful. So please take advantage of it. Even if your kids are successful, they can still come in and take advantage of those technologies, opportunities, or maybe just learn some more, I guess you want to say, shortcuts, I would call them. Not necessarily cheating, but shortcuts with the technology and the information they can gain from the summer school. So make sure you look into that for the kids. In addition to that, I want to say great work with the desk and the tables for the teachers. I mean, I know we do a lot for the students as well. So it's good sometimes to have the opportunity to get back to those teachers that come there every day, that put a smile on their face. I'll put it like that. For them to come in there and see the students with new desks and everything, it put a little damper on them. But, I know it's about the kids, but to enlighten them sometimes, let's think about some of the teachers. So I think that's a great added, I guess, element to the teaching environment. And then obviously the abatement. I know that's been a big topic, and obviously, safety and everything is concerned about that. So I think getting that squared away and out of the way for future purposes, things that we don't have to be concerned about as we continue to develop and move forward. So that's about it on my end. So thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.
All right. Thank you, Trustee Terry. Trustee Turpin?
So I concur with my previous trustees, but I do want to go to summer school. Parents, we offer opportunities, and it's so important as parents to make that decision, not your child, because your role as a parent is to guide and lead and to make sure that they get what you're supposed to get. And once they're in summer school, please make sure they attend. I mean, really, to sign them up and not get them there is another challenge. So I'm hopeful because, then come graduation time, there are no surprises. There are opportunities for your student to get caught up or, enrichment. So at the 9th hour, you're concerned, your questions about my kid isn't graduating. Well, it might be because they didn't go to summer school. That might be one of the factors, but I hope that our community understands that these opportunities are here and we can't help your student unless they're there with the seat time. And right, free. Now, some schools charge for summer school, so there's no fee, there's no excuse. Please get your student or students to summer school. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Trustee Turpin. Trustee Treasurer Davis Smith.
Good evening, everyone. So all my trustees touched bases on everything. So I would just like to say congratulations to our graduating class. And thanks to our teachers and staff and administration for everything you've done for them. And everyone, please continue to be safe and have fun at prom, everyone. Good night.
Oh, yeah.
Secretary Gross. Thank you,
Uh,
Trustee Davis Smith.
Yeah, yes, I like that. I just want to say, with the congrats to our graduating seniors, Madam Sue, you and your fellow team members will all be able to see the fruits of your labor on this Thursday at 5:00. Thank you, Ms. Wright, for reminding me. And so now I have to rush and get my, what do we call? They're not robes. What do they call them? Hello, cap and gown press. So I'm good to go on Thursday. And I appreciate you. And we've had a good time at our board retreat. And I've talked enough and I'm done. Thank you. Good night.
What? Thank you, Trustee Gross. That's well, I'll start my comments. I'll be brief. Everyone has said anything. Again, congratulations to our graduating class, and thank you to everyone who helped support get them to this point. As always, it's a pleasure and an honor to serve on Pontiac School Board. I'm grateful that I'm in this seat along with my colleagues so that we can continue to help move this district forward. So with that being said, may I please have a motion?
Welcome back, Chief.
Welcome back, Chief Gross. Thank you. That's okay. And may I please have a motion to adjourn?
Support.
So moved by Trustee Turpin, supported by Treasurer Davis Smith. Roll call, please.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Hannah?
Yes.
Trustee Terry?
Yes.
Trustee Turpin?
Yes.
Vice President Bowman?
Yes.
And Treasurer Davis Smith?
Yes.
Madam Chair, 6-0.
Thank you.
We're
Our
adjourned.
meeting
6:52. Thank you.
This is a record.
All right. Thank